Hello everyone, welcome back to Hinamizawa. Uh, I was just having technical issues. It was really fun, so hopefully this sounds okay. Yippee! When last we left our heroes, we won the Bento Showdown and then threw it for some reason.
And we also didn't even know, it didn't even matter how hard you try.
Keep that in mind, I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know. Anyway, in the end, my selfish request was readily granted. As Sadako muttered complaints under her breath. Okay, I'm done. Quite merrily, she came with me to the store. Rika-chan didn't come with us. She said she had a thing she wanted to do, or something.
I need to prepare the drug that makes you kill yourself.
I need to go kill Takano-san real quick. Be right back. I believed her when she told me, but when I really thought about it, I started to think maybe she was being considerate towards Sadako in her own way. Without Rika-chan here, Sadako is prouder and more loquacious than ever. What the fuck does loquacious mean?
I'm gonna pause the game to Google it.
No, I've already stalled long enough.
Talkative.
Alright, goblin time. Hello, goblin? Hello?
This is ground control to Goblin.
Goblin, wake up! You're muted!
Muted Goblin. Muted Goblin.
Oh no. Goblin! Goblin! Please!
From technical difficulties to a missing Goblin.
Oh no. Alright, well, I guess somebody else has to take it. Until Goblin gets back.
We have to have Liquid Goblin.
Do you understand? Supermarkets will put things on sale when it gets near closing time. For example, you can't have stir fry without some pork. And if we wait a little longer, it'll be more half off. They can't sell meat or fish once it's not fresh anymore. So they make it all cheaper and allow Shepherd to not have anything left over. Of course, every veteran housewife is familiar with this concept, and when we get close to happy hour like we are now.
And I wasn't really listening to her, but she was telling me all this quite proudly. Every time I seemed surprised at something, or made an affirmative grunt in place of conversation, Sadako would say,
"You don't know anything, do you, Keiichi-san?"
and smile very happily in spite of her complaints. She led me by the hand to all sorts of stalls, one after the other. She was in such a supreme mood that just being with her cheered me up. Merely being pulled into Sadako's pace was a lot of fun.
Hey, why don't we just go with this economy-sized pack? Whoa, there's a real good-looking one there with cheese in it over there.
Keiichi-san, you have no financial sense. We've got to have money. Look at this. It's over our budget. We don't have enough money.
Sadako pushed a handful of receipts in my face. Why can't Sadako do these kinds of mental calculations when she's at school?
Should we buy a load of the normal ones, or buy fewer of the better stuff with the cheese in it? This is quite troubling.
Calm down. For boys at your age, it's wiser to choose quantity over quality.
Satoko, you're being too strict. A man's heart desires both quality and quantity. Why can't you understand that?
No matter the size of a man's heart, his wallet won't be any bigger. I swear. Hey, stop clinging to the glass so stubbornly.
After enjoying ourselves in such an exchange, we started to hear energetic voices coming from over by the butcher we visited earlier. I could see a handful of housewives flooding the place.
Oh no! If we don't hurry, all the half-off pork will be gone!
Ow! Ow! Don't pull me! Don't pull on my neck!
Sadako really seemed like she was having fun. She looked like a kid who had grabbed her family's hands while running towards an amusement park attraction. In the end, the bag of pork we obtained was so normal that it almost hurt, but I knew that it would taste absolutely delicious. Aww. I'm glad everything's so wholesome this chapter.
Nothing bad will ever happen
Yeah,
to you, so it
I'm
would require something
sure,
to happen to
I'm sure
Hinamizawa.
nothing will ruin this. Outside, at some point, the cicadas had been replaced by the Higurashi's chorus. See, they are different! Kind of.
Are they?
I mean, they're a species of cicada. Also, Grumble, where the fuck is Soggy? This is his chapter! This is his thing!
I can't.
Where the fuck
I
did he
can't
go? He
know
didn't
for
even
sure.
say he wasn't gonna be here!
He's been muted since he showed up, actually.
I don't know exactly.
Is he
He wasn't
jerking
feeling
off?
great.
You can tell me.
I don't think he's jerking off.
How hard is he beating his meat right
No,
now?
if he was doing that, he would announce it to the server, obviously.
Be right back, guys. I need to go beat my meat.
Is the meat half off?
He's
Yes.
I was gonna say, he gotta go tenderize it.
Yeah, I gotta, inject it with the drug that makes you kill yourself.
It's already dead!
Anyway, the air was so clear. It felt so good. Well, we're not getting monetized now, no matter what. Our silhouettes stretching out on the ground made for a really wonderful picture. We had filled our bicycle baskets to the brim with our shopping bags. They only contained ingredients and various other foodstuffs. Even so, every last thing packed in them sort of looked really happy, and made me feel really happy in turn. Everything was just so happy, 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 and would never end.
I love happy.
Going shopping for dinner seems pretty sensible too. It makes you really enjoy your meals. You can't wait to eat.
That's a part of cooking for yourself as well. Dinner starts while you're shopping for it.
I'm so excited for this. Vegetable stir fry isn't even in my mom's cookbook. I never get to eat it unless we go to a Chinese place. So I'm really looking forward to it today.
That is indeed a pity. Then today, I will present to you an especially tasty dish.
Normally, right about now, was the time I would start messing with her. But I didn't.
Yeah, I bet you'll end up making something really great. I'm really looking forward to it.
She stammered for a second. Sadako had been prepared for me to start making fun of her right then, too. And when it didn't come, she was surprised. Or maybe she stammered for some other reason. I don't know. But I immediately knew that she wasn't feeling anything bad.
Yes, I'll deliver an extraordinarily delectable dish. You'd better look forward to it.
As Sadako and I rode back on our bikes, I had a thought. Was I this sort of person? Until now, I would have lashed back at Sadako right away if she did something to me. Yeah, that was the kind of relationship we had. We would poke at each other a little, then kick up a storm while nitpicking at one another. Hold on 1 second. Okay, second's over. At some point, that had changed. We weren't playing our usual tit for tat. I didn't provoke her, so we didn't fight. That went for Sadako, too. Sadako, who I thought I knew, hadn't been like this until now. Our relationship was changing, little by little. That's what it felt like. But it wasn't something I had to worry about. It was like our relationship had become a little bit happier, a little more charming. I wonder why we changed like this. Was she lonely and projecting her older brother Satoshi, who hadn't returned home, onto me? Rika-chan told me about that yesterday. That was probably exactly it. Okay, so he said that's probably exactly it, so that means it's not it at all.
It can't be it.
No.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. So, as my actions drew closer to Satoshi's, Sadako was returning to how she'd been while she was living happily with her brother. In other words, this Sadako was the real Sadako. Sadako had been able to see her brother again, and had finally gone back to normal. Now that I'd been playing the role of her brother, I discovered that she could smile so sweetly. But I wasn't Satoshi Hojo. I was Keiichi Maibara, a totally different person. Okay, well, now that can't be true. Now he has to be Satoshi. It's basically confirmed now. I couldn't become her brother. Okay, that's true.
Which means he can be.
I could come close, but I could never really get there. That was vaguely, somehow, a little sad. I was wearing Satoshi's mantle, and that would have to come off one day. And that would doubtlessly put an end to this meager, nostalgic, peaceful time of Sadako's. A limited tranquility. A tranquility that would end one day. Putting it in those terms, it really was sad. I shook my head firmly and drove off those pointless thoughts.
What's the matter, Keiichi-san?
Sorry, it's nothing.
If it's nothing, then please don't act all strange like that. It makes me worried that you might have eaten something rotten.
Right. Sorry, Satoko.
Nagging like always, but she still seemed really happy. That mood of hers drew me in, putting a smile on my own face. Hey, Keiichi Maibara. Why don't we quit thinking about this having to end one day? If it will, then just think about it when that happens. There was one thing, however, that I could say for sure. As long as I smiled like this, Sadako's own smile would never wane. So as long as I stay this way, this tranquility would never end. Satoshi would come back one day, too. I don't know how to tell you this, buddy, but that might happen a lot further away than I'd like, but until that day, what's wrong with me being a replacement for him? Saying that I'm not her real brother, so I can't become Satoshi, that was just an excuse. If I just didn't run away, Sadako would stay happy and live a fun life of annoyed nitpicking. I don't know what happened to Satoshi, or what made him abandon Sadako and run away. But just seeing Sadako in such a good mood made me think I could persevere as long as I needed to. So this is what I thought. I wouldn't become Satoshi. I would become a replacement brother.
This is it. This is the kind of stir fry I was waiting for. It's great. It's absolutely great. Salt and pepper in the broth. Man, I could eat an entire pot of this.
Stop that, Keiichi-san. You're spilling food everywhere. The food isn't going to run away. You don't need to eat it so fast.
No, it will run away. The best and freshest flavors are running away from the moment the meal is completed. If you were to make 100 delicious things, then I would have a duty to taste every one of them. It's just good manners to do so.
Your feelings are more than enough. So calm down and enjoy your food.
You're right, I'm sorry.
No insults here. I meekly scratched my head, then put down my chopsticks and laughed along with her, like it was funny. It was almost as if it was funny. I ended up doing most of the eating. Sadako was barely taking a bite. She seemed satisfied just by watching me enjoy the food so much. Whenever I filled my mouth with more of her delicious meal, Sadako looked glad. That let me enjoy the food even more. In this way, she kept smiling happily the whole time. Looking at her made me really happy as well. We were all just so happy, and nothing could possibly ruin this. The time passed, softly and gently. Before, I would have gone back and forth hurling insults with Sadako. In other words, we would have gotten into a fight right away. I'd never known I could feel such peace of mind by talking to her honestly like this. I was a little bit happy about having discovered this new side of Sadako. For example, I was eating the food that Sadako had made. Did you know that Ryukishi likes to repeat himself? There wasn't an inch of me that thought it was suspicious. Before,
But does Ryukishi like repeating himself?
he doesn't.
We like repeating our jokes.
Oh, hi, Sagi. Welcome back.
I was like half asleep for a little bit. I didn't miss anything, right?
Oh my god, you missed you missed all of this. I can't even scroll up. The log doesn't go up that far. Listen, basically they went to the store. They're making stir fry. We're happy. But Keiichi's a little sad because he can't replace her brother forever.
Anyways, I'll take Sadako back.
Okay, that's
Yes.
fine.
Thank you.
Before, however, Sadako would definitely have put some sort of a trap into this.
Like beetles.
I think I ate too much. I'm gonna take a dump.
That's so
What's wrong with you,
relatable.
Keiichi?
Hey, Keiichi-san. It's bad manners to say such words during a meal.
That's what I'm saying. And what should I say? I'm going to the bathroom, the toilet, the lavatory?
Sadako looked down, her face bright red, and pointed down the hallway as if to say, "Just go
As if?
already."
Why do you call it a lavatory if there's no lava in there?
That's a good point. You know, you always come up with such good points, Saki.
The lava is what comes out of you after you eat Taco Bell.
Or
Weak
Sadako's
stomach.
cooking, apparently. Anyway. Whoops, my old habits seem to have come back. But, yeah. This wasn't all that bad either. No weird schemes, everything is just natural. And, while having such utterly unguarded thoughts, I went into the bathroom. Oh no.
Knife guy, he
Tug.
in the bathroom with a knife.
I'm
don't-
so happy to be in my home all alone with my goblin. No, you're not, said Knife Guy.
That is
I
just
don't want the live
Higurashi.
Keiichi shitting scene.
My foot caught on something string-like. Almost like a string. Huh? Whoa! Bang! Kerblam! Oh, yow! Rattle, rattle!
kettle washed up? Satoko!
She got me. I can't believe her. She always does this when I let my guard down. I can't relax for a minute around her. Still, it was kind of funny, and I didn't really feel like getting angry. Sadako, laughing uproariously, came over.
See? See? I knew you would fall for it sooner or later.
Why, you little... I let my guard down for 1 second, and this is what I get?
Oh, was that a Simpsons reference?
What?
Yeah, Keiichi's
Why
gonna
you
start
little-
strangling.
Yeah, you mean for why you little part. That's what
Keiichi
he
will
says
strangle
to Mort before he
Satoko.
beats him up. Anyway,
While he's strangling him.
I picked up the wash tubs that had crashed into my head and went to go hit Sadako with it. But then I doubled over with the laughter that was welling up within me, so I couldn't manage it. I wish things could go on forever like this. It's not like I was having the most fun since coming to Hinamizawa or anything, but
Oh, Tsundere arc.
it was probably the first time that I'd spent my day so simply and comfortably. It really wasn't worth much. It was only a few hours, after all. As an only child, it was my first taste of having a sibling. Okay, so now we know that's not true. He's not an only child,
I can't believe-
and he was already
I can't believe
Sadashi
Keiichi's-
Ojo, and...
He's an only
long lost
child
sibling is
by
gonna show up.
he's an only child by process of elimination.
Yeah, the other Maibaras had to fight him for dominance.
They're weakling childs.
He's actually the personality that won out at the end.
They had
Oh
a
my
Fortnite
fucking
battle
God.
royale
let's
for it.
Let's not start on the personality stuff again. You know, we'll get there when we get there. Just washing
Wait
dishes.
wait until Kei shows up.
Oh no.
That's why Satoko was calling Satoshi Nini.
I do have to wonder if, like, all of this stuff about, like, I couldn't be a replacement for Satoshi. I do wonder if some people were also thinking, what if Keiichi is like Satoshi with amnesia? Because I had some feelings about that in Chapter 2. And I wonder if he's responding to that. Anyway. Just washing dishes with her felt really nice. Side by side we washed, with the experienced Sadako doing most of the work, as I threw in appropriate words to add to the conversation. The scene was so commonplace, and yet so mild and warm. Maybe I had felt this kind of warmth before, too, in the past. Okay, thank you, Ryukishi, very cool. I think I've stood next to the sink with
Real
my
time.
brother like this when I was little. It made me feel nostalgic when I remembered it. It was the same sort of slow, easy time. It was tranquil. Such a quiet tranquility that the fact I wasn't uneasy about anything itself almost made me uneasy. Hey, wait, Keiichi Maibara. You feel uneasy about something just from spending time so leisurely? There's nothing at all to feel uneasy about. Not here in Hinamizawa.
Nothing at all.
Not even Oyashiro
Nothing at
Sama's
all.
curse.
I mean, why would I get punished for enjoying a gentle life? I'd do anything to keep these days going, and I would never do anything bad, no matter what. I need to make him look like a really good guy so I can make him turn into a dirty criminal again, huh?
Yeah.
I'd work hard for it, and endure much for it. So, God, it's not much of a dream to want this kind of thing to keep on going, but can't you grant it?
Hell, is that not that telephone? Who could it be at this hour?
The telephony.
Oh, you're right.
I hadn't noticed until she mentioned it. I hurried to stand up, then ran to the phone. Who could it be at a time like this? I did feel a little like the phone had interrupted my happy moment. But I still wanted to brag about how happy the time I was spending made me, no matter who it was on the other side.
Hello? This is Maibara speaking.
Hello, Keiichi. This is your mother.
Oh, hello, Mom. What is it? It's pretty late.
That was a little cold of me, when she was only calling because she was worried about her son. I couldn't help but give myself a dry smile.
It sounds like you're doing just fine for yourself. I was worried that you couldn't make dinner and went to bed hungry.
Nah, it worked out.
Did you make dinner properly? What did you have tonight?
It was vegetable stir-fry, rice, and miso soup. Bought stuff for it while at the supermarket. Plus a whole bunch of side dishes just for fun. Oh yeah, listen to this. I got the pork during the sale and I got it half off. The things a housewife knows, right? And also...
All of that was thanks to Sadako, and not something I should be proud about. But I bragged about it
At
anyway.
least he's self-aware.
But still, I couldn't help but want to boast about the dinner tonight. I think this chapter is the most self-aware Keiichi has been by far.
Like, Mom, your cooking sucks.
He's going to get increasingly self-aware until in the final chapter he's aware that he's a fictional character.
I hate that that's a real possibility, but I also love that that's a real possibility. Like, I feel like I hate this, but I also love this. Anyway, it seemed like Mom got the hint that I was in a
Without
really
love,
good mood.
it cannot be seen.
I see. I'm so relieved that you're doing just fine. Oh yes, another thing. Your dad and I finished up with our job. We think we'll be back tomorrow afternoon or evening.
Oh, I see.
You did well for 2 nights. We've been pulling all-nighters too. It was a lot of work, but we managed to fill the gap in your dad's mentor's event.
Cool. That's good. Well done.
Why did my parents coming home seem so disappointing? I knew a little bit of the reason, of course. The tranquility I never wanted to end was about to end so readily, and it was a little painful. After being asked what kind of souvenir I wanted from Tokyo, and replying that anything edible would be great, so true, I put down the receiver, and Sadako appeared, having finished cleaning up her trap.
I can't believe Keiichi is asking for edibles.
Keiichi's disappointed that he's not getting 5 nights.
Keiichi about to hit the edible that makes you kill yourself.
I almost made the 5 nights joke.
5 nights
I
at
think it was
Tokyo.
funny enough.
It's unfortunate.
At first, Sadako was in a very good mood, but when she saw me put down the receiver with an uncertain expression, her own clouded over a bit. It seemed like she'd gotten the gist of what my phone conversation had been about.
Was that your parents, Keiichi-san? I'm your parent now.
What?
Yeah.
Don't go
Mom
any
says
further
I'll
with
be
that.
back tomorrow.
I'm your other mother.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's good
God.
then. I won't have to go. I won't have to go to the trouble of making you dinner tomorrow. Now you can enjoy your meals with just your family.
So wait, Sagi, is your supposition that Sadako is a witch now? Is that your big guess?
That's what you got from me saying that? Okay.
Well, yeah, if she's the other mother, then she's a witch.
Could be a spider.
Anyway,
I mean,
we
she
watched,
sets
we
traps.
watched Coraline last night.
That's
just by the way.
spider-like.
Anyway,
I see.
did you already read this one? I forgot.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's not it. When I think about the dull, plain dinner table coming back tomorrow, it's a little lonely.
My mom's
My mom's cooking sucks.
You sure do live in luxury. A family sitting around the dinner table is the most fun way to enjoy a meal of all.
The exact same thought. Jesus.
Her brother, Satoshi, running away from home came to mind immediately. But there was no gloom in the way she said it.
It was only for 2 days, but they were very enjoyable dinners.
Well then, next time I'll go to your house to visit.
Ah,
Sadako momentarily made a happy smile, but then a second later, it changed to an expression of surprise.
My house is small, and it's dirty, and the kitchen isn't as good as this one. Truly,
I don't
Goblin.
mind. But, well, if you don't want to, then I won't.
Sadako shook her head firmly, her whole body expressing denial, mostly because she didn't want Keiichi to find the murder tunnel.
I gotta get you to teach me a whole bunch more stuff, too. I finally managed to figure out how to use the rice cooker and how to cook miso soup, after all.
That's right, isn't it? Perhaps we should use this opportunity to have you learn more about cooking.
It was so like Sadako to take this chance to proclaim that it was all for my sake. But there was no way to conceal her own enthusiasm. It was true that this gentle time would come to an end when my parents got back. There was no need to lament that, though. I can easily put in the effort to continue our mild moments like this. Like yesterday, Sadako told me she didn't need to be escorted home. But Rika-chan wasn't with her tonight. She would be going home by herself. Everyone knew everyone else's faces here in Hinamizawa. So it wasn't like it was dangerous to go out at night, but it still wasn't good to send a girl on her way all alone. At the very least, that's what I thought as Sadako's older brother.
I'll take you as far as the school, at least. There's more lights over in that direction anyway.
It's really fine, alright? If someone bad shows up, I will take them down with one finger. I'll finger them.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
There's no point in pressing her anymore on the subject. And I kind of don't want to talk about Sadako fingering people. So I took a handful of Sadako's hair and rubbed her head vigorously.
Come on, Satoko. Don't complain so much.
Your Nini will bring you part of the way there. That's what I was about to say when I suddenly got embarrassed and my voice trailed off. Nini could only be the nickname Sadako gave to her older brother. To her old brother, and nothing else. I was about to use it pretty lightly, so I started to feel apologetic and a little ashamed.
Nee.
Eh? What did Sadako just say?
Well, Casey-san just seems like an older brother. That is what I said. It's not quite right, but you seem kind of alike, so I just... Oh.
Sadako laughed awkwardly and turned red in the face.
Turned French in the face.
Ho ho ho. Of course, I was embarrassed when I saw her too. Because the fact I was trying to act like her brother had gotten across. A warm feeling spread out from my chest. It was completely different from romantic feelings, thank God, or any of those more impatient emotions.
I'm surprised.
It was much more graceful, quiet, and warm and calm. Sadako still needed her Nini. I had initially thought Rika-chan was being sly by not coming today. But when I thought about it like this, I could feel a kind of thoughtfulness of her worrying about a good friend's feelings. I'm still thinking back to that line Rika said as she was about to leave. That kind of sounded like she was doing this way more for her own benefit than for Sadako's. But anyway. Maybe Rika-chan had understood that she couldn't play the part of a brother herself. So then... No, let's stop there, Keiichi Maebara. There's no point in thinking about it so hard. It means everyone feels the same way. It means everyone wants Sadako to be happy. Sadako was acting as though her Nini running away from home didn't bother her at all. Even though that wasn't actually the case. She was very sad and always waiting for him to come home. Because Sadako was a stable person when she was his sister.
How do you know that?
Well, I mean, there's a pretty good way to guess, I would think. Anyway, in order for her to really be this level-headed, having a brother was something she couldn't do without. In other words, Sadako still needed a brother. Nobody had the right to smile it away as childish immaturity. In fact, they deserved praise for being so close to each other as siblings. That role of brother should be played by her real Nini, by Sadashi, but unfortunately, he wasn't here. So since I'm here, I'll play the part. And not with a guilty conscience, but in a very natural way. Because... was there something wrong with seeing Sadako smile so happily?
What is it, Casey-san? You've been smirking for quite a while now.
Oh hey, this is where Tomatake's body is.
Nothing bad.
Is it weird for me to look happy?
It isn't weird or anything, but, well...
The sound of the motor on her bike light was too loud, and I couldn't hear what Sadako said. How convenient. Actually, you know what?
What? What did he say?
You know what that reminds me of? Okay, this isn't a spoiler for Umineko. It happens like pretty quickly into the story, but there's a moment where a character says something and it gets cut off by the wind, so we don't get to hear it. I think that's a little bit funny that he used that same thing again. Anyway.
The bike light was too loud. Nothing. You really are just like Nini, you know, Keiichi-san.
Aww.
That right?
Of course, you're completely different from my real Nini. But, like, there's things that you do the same. It's really a mystery.
Same. Do you feel lonely when you remember Nini?
Once I said that, I thought for a moment that that was absolutely the wrong thing to say, but Sadako didn't seem to mind one bit.
It's not that I'm lonely, since Keiichi-san has been my Nini for me right now. Well, I thought you were Gepgun.
As I was flustered for a moment at her hitting the mark at me being a Gepgun, Sadako suddenly asked me a question in a calm voice. It was very quiet, composed, an adult question. I assume there was supposed to be an A there.
Was it Rika?
It was quiet, but her voice sounded lonely somehow.
Didn't Rika ask you to act like my Nini for me?
Is that what you think?
Please don't take offense. Rika is strangely considerate of me, but it really doesn't bother me that much.
I could say for sure that, at least, was a lie. Yesterday, and today, Sadako had been so happy spending time like this with me as siblings. And that was proof itself that she was lying about it not getting to her. So I gave Sadako a light poke in the head. Like this. Poke.
You're thinking too much, dummy. I'm me, Keiichi Maebara. I'm not your Nini, not Satoshi Hojo.
I know that.
Just Despite her saying that, her expression seemed a little lonesome. At this point, Sadako herself realized that her question had been the wrong thing to say. We didn't need to keep talking about something that Sadako regretted. So in order to cut the conversation short, I grabbed Sadako's head and pet her.
Let's not talk about silly things like that. It's getting late, so get back home. Brush your teeth and go to bed. And rinse your mouth before sleeping too. It'll keep you from getting a cold.
You're the one to talk, Nini. Be sure to brush your teeth, okay? Rinse your mouth and wash your hands. And then get your books ready tomorrow. And...
I wonder what kind of siblings Sadako and Satoshi were. I've never seen them together, but I could say without a doubt that they were really close. Almost as if they were two beings in one body. As for the way in which they were close, it was probably quite like this. Okay, so that's wrong. Check it off the list, guys. It was so cool that the day's heat seemed like a lie, and yet the moonlight was somehow faintly warm. The quiet chorus of the insects was pleasing to the ears. Yay! Such a happy, wonderful time.
I was thinking about it, but like, I wonder if there's like an ellipses tally. There are so many in that scene that if you took a shot for each one of them, it'd probably kill you.
Oh yeah, he loves his ellipses. This was called Trials and Tribulations, by the way. Is that a reference?
I can't believe
What
it.
if?
Ace Attorney?
Alright.
Oh, right, it's the wrong name. But what if Keiichi Maebara is an amnesiac Raskolnikov
True.
from
Okay,
Crime and Punishment?
What if Keiichi's an amnesiac Abraham Lincoln?
Guys, we got a tip. Guys.
From Crime and Punishment?
Like, have you ever seen the two of them in the same room together? You haven't.
In Sadako's trap course parentheses intermediate
We got an anonymous
parentheses.
tip.
I could see Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun walking over to the gym storehouse.
No.
Why is it always these two? Stop!
It's gotta be.
Okay, they're definitely the criminals. We can confirm at this point. They needed to get that bag of lime just to make the lions on the court for our next gym class. They were on
Bag
duty
of lime?
today, after
Like-
all.
Like to destroy a body?
Oh, like the vegetable.
Okay, I'm gonna kill both of you. But in
It's
that
not
storehouse.
I'm pretty sure it's a fruit.
But in that
What?
storehouse.
You don't...
But in that storehouse, a terrible trap was waiting for them.
No, you use lime to get rid of the body.
There isn't a limes.
No, not limes.
Lyme disease?
Like the singer?
I'm gonna kill all of you. Read the line.
It's a real thing. It's relevant.
Being on this side of the trap for once is really thrilling.
Ha ha ha. If you realize that is the true pleasure in setting up traps, then you have the potential yourself, Casey-san.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
His
efficacy
efficacy unwitnessed by
actually
his own
witnessed.
eyes. Anyway,
Whoa.
the two of them
Is that a Darkest Dungeon 3 reference?
fumble around with the gym storehouse's lock.
We're not getting anywhere this episode.
What's this? Okamura-kun pointed at the part of the door and started whispering to Tomita-kun. Then, realizing something, they both jumped away from the door.
Oh, Satoko, I think they found out. Did we mess up?
I had calculated they would notice a trap at the entrance. And, of course, I've calculated what action they will take now. Ho ho ho! Baguettes.
According to Sadako, After they noticed the suspicious trap on the door, they would go around and try to get in through the back window. And just as she prophesied, they went around to the back. And just as she prophesied, they climbed up, opened the window, and tried to sneak in.
Why not just have Satoko protect the ritual storehouse at this point? Like, you don't even need to lock it.
True.
Wow. Amazing. Everything's exactly like you said. Ha! It got them!
Poof! Poof!
Satoko had rigged the 12-gauge shotgun.
She put a bunch of lambs in there.
Oh no!
An explosion of pure white lime burst out of the window. After a few moments, the two of them managed to crawl away from the window, both of them completely white. That's racist.
Oh, this is the moment I live for. It tastes like honey.
I like the way you said that. This is the moment I live
Still.
for.
I accidentally Frenchified it out.
That was some trap. You have to know everything to set something like that up. Where they put their hands, their legs, where they jump down.
Listen carefully, Casey-san. The first step to making a trap is to watch and observe the victim. You must scrupulously predict their movement patterns, how they'll move at any given moment. If you do that, then you can achieve the greatest possible results with only the most minimal trap.
Come to think of it, before Sadako read the final move at the final moment earlier, Mion had given her high praise, saying she had the makings of a genius.
So it's all about reading the opponent. So then, the traps you've caught me in before, they work because you figured out everything I do?
Yes, I can see right through all of your actions, and that's how I set them up. So if one day you suddenly started having different habits and behavior, I wouldn't be able to anymore.
Bragging that she could anticipate
Seems like
everything I do.
That's a very interesting phrasing for that last line of Satoko.
Yeah, do you think that's a Higurashi
If you were suddenly
reference?
replaced with a different Keiichi, I wouldn't be able to do this. She's just on doppelganger protocol.
Casey, if gnomes came into your house and replaced every organ in your body with completely identical organs, I wouldn't be able to trap you.
Listen, I know you guys think I'm reading too much into the meta part of this, but when I think of somebody who knows exact everything that a character would do, I think of an author. So,
I don't.
I mean, that is the person.
I think
If you
authors...
had a lung transplant, I wouldn't be able to track you anymore.
Okay.
Anyway.
You don't know how this was written. Maybe Ryukishi only writes when he's under the effects of hard drugs and other such substances. And that means sober Ryukishi wouldn't have any idea what's going on in this story.
Oh, okay.
It's not. He's not Zun.
What?
I don't think. I don't.
The
I'm not sure
36
that that's
lessons
true.
of Ryukishi.
We're making great progress.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue.
Lime is used to dissolve bodies.
Bragging that
Right.
she can anticipate everything I do, including using the lime to dissolve bodies. That was kind of mean.
Okay, then. Let's play a game now. I want to test whether your predictions are accurate.
Yes, that is fine with me. Casey said, you are particularly easy to get a read on. I could do it before breakfast. Oh.
When we went back to the classroom, Sadako tore off pieces of paper and wrote something on the back of them, making 3 cards. Of course, I didn't know what she'd written.
Please, pick one of these cards, Casey-san. If you do not pick one that says you're a loser, you will win.
Great, you're on. The club has built up my sensitivity to this stuff, so I'll smash right through your predictions.
Sadako smirks and holds out the 3 cards. Set your mind to full power by calming it, Keiichi Maibara. Cool and collected is how you'll win. If I don't pick the losing one, I'll win. Which
Thank
means
you,
if I do
Keiichi.
pick it, Sadako will win. In other words,
Incredible. Thanks for repeating
Sadako
yourself,
wants to
Ryukishi.
make me pick the losing one. Oh, I didn't realize that. Thank you, Ryuki. He's definitely just fucking with the audience at this point, right?
Yeah.
No?
What would she do
I think you're reading
to make sure I picked the losing one? Almost like an author trying to make you pick the wrong theory. Could she even predict something like that? Statistically speaking, isn't there some rule that says I'm more likely to pick the one in the middle, or the ones on either side? And then it hits me like a flash. This is what Neon would do.
Now, which one will you pick?
I've made my decision, and it is this one.
Huh? Ah! What are you doing?
I steal all 3 cards from Sadako's hands. I predicted what Sadako would do in advance. Sadako wanted to make sure I picked the losing one. Which meant, all 3 of these were the losing ones.
And that's how I knew. Allow me to look at all 3.
I flip all 3 cards face up, and on each one, there is a single word. You're a loser.
What is this? You're a loser. Huh?
It means just what it says. If you had only chosen one, you wouldn't have lost.
Fucking hell, god damn it!
What? Then you predicted that I draw all 3? Yeah!
I held my head in my hands and fainted as Sadako reveled in the might of her abilities.
He painted.
Oh
Just
man.
falls unconscious right
Okay,
there.
If this is actually meta shit, then I'm fucked. I'm actually cooked. It's over for me. I have to pick one. No! No, I have to choose! I don't want to choose! Her shrill laughter echoed throughout the classroom. And then, there was a poof as lime powder came down upon Sadako's head. I looked to see Kameda-kun and Okamura-kun, all in white, dumping a whole bag of lime powder on her, getting their revenge.
What do you suddenly try to do, you two?
Looks like there's no use talking to the person who set up that trick.
Well, excuse me, princess. Would you happen to have any proof? And I'd like it if you didn't call it something so inelegant. A trick. I'd prefer if you called it something more refined. A trap, please.
That being said, these two pretending to be tough, not only that, but standing still, completely blank and silent. But anyway, ignoring what happened before, having someone chase you with their mouth full of lime in such a way that they can't even speak, yeah, that would be scary even for Sadako.
Keiichi-san, help me.
Our underclassmen crashed around the classroom in furious combat, getting white lime everywhere. Hey, Sadako? Why couldn't you see this coming, exactly? At the time, I hadn't seen something coming too, though. The teacher coming to me afterward, and giving us all a stern talking to. So, did Ryukishi just say that I have to decide on whether it's a cursed humans or a coincidence? Oh my god. That's rough. You can't do this to me, Ryukishi, please.
He's doing exactly that.
Also, I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
no.
I have to head out for now.
Okay.
Oh.
Who wants to take over Keiichi this time? Am I doing it again, or...?
See ya.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've taken over Casey enough. Someone else can get the opportunity.
Okay.
Grumbles
Oh.
Casey.
Oh, really? Your parents came home, huh? Is Grumble Keiichi? Do you want to take this?
Am I?
You're getting volunteered, apparently. Sorry.
There's not that many people here, so
Let's see.
Soggy's the protagonist.
How do I? Oh no,
Just be a
What?
stupid.
Sound like a
just be a
brash
stupid
anime
boy.
protagonist.
no. I don't watch anime.
They smelled like energy drinks, and their eyes were all bloodshot. They said they had a crazy amount of stuff to do, and were up 2 whole nights in a row. Adults have it tough.
We watched Coraline last night. That's anime.
True.
Your dad is an artist, right? They really do have it rough.
Come to think of it, he was, wasn't he? I would very much like to see what kind of things he draws sometimes.
An artist, huh? I'd seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings on display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. Just what did Dad do, exactly? He didn't let anyone into his workshop, after all.
Oh, he's the murder.
True. I wanted to sneak a peek one day. Why do I feel like Dad's job is going to be important later? So the house was empty for 2 days after all that? That didn't leave much time. So, Kei-chan, did you manage to go after the character who was in your heart? The absence of parents is a must-have for eroge protagonists.
Reel me on dialogue.
That's
That's so true.
He built up a lot of relationship points and raised all the right flags.
I have no idea what any of you were talking about. That's a lie. He's definitely played eroge.
It doesn't have a computer.
He's definitely played eroge.
That means you don't need to cook for yourself anymore, Keiji-kun.
Does this take place in the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1983. Not quite literally 1984.
What did you make last night? Last night.
In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself. Oh wait, that's me. Sorry. No, last night's dinner. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Last night's dinner, well, it was vegetable stir fry.
Always in case he caused too much mental damage.
Wow, Kei-chan, you can make a little bit of real cooking now, huh?
You made vegetable stir fry. Did it come out good? Did it?
Renaissance, you're being unpleasant. Why are you clinging to me?
A delicious meal and friendly dishwashing together.
No. How nice, how nice.
Hey, I said you're being unpleasant. Ugh.
Huh? What are you talking about? Neon, utterly confused, asked me for clarification, but I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes. Right. Does anyone have plans for this afternoon? You don't, do you? Do you? Today was Saturday. The beautiful day on which we're liberated
No,
from
it's
the
Friday.
confines of school in the afternoon. Yeah, you're right, it's Friday. Today
Rebecca
is
Black.
Friday in California. Actually, the school in Hinamizawa had slightly different Saturdays than those in the city. There were a lot of students here who brought a bento, ate it at lunch, and then went to play in the school or around the schoolyard. You could say that the entire school turned into a children's playground. There were mountains behind the school, and if you went down that way, you'd find mountain streams. You could avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted, too. You could also play hide-and-seek in the construction pipes. That sounds safe. Of course, you were free to go home as well. There were some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended to stores. If Mion was bringing up the afternoon like this, then it must have been for some crazy big club event. However, sadly, I had something to do I needed to do before taking part in whatever it was.
You have work? That's unlucky.
I wonder what kind of work it is. Maybe helping his father with his artwork job.
Or being a model for his father's art? A model? A nude one?
Frequency. I looked
Rena's
into-
on a different frequency.
I looked into Rena's eyes and saw myself completely naked in a questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth? No, I wouldn't do that for 1,000,000 yen. To get rid of Rena's delusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side. Oh good, Fart Poop 123 is playing Team Fortress 2. I forgot to turn off notifications. Whoops.
I didn't see a notification.
You'll see
Yeah,
it
it
on
didn't
the,
show
you'll see
up
it
on the
pod.
stream.
Anyway.
Beautiful.
Sorry. Leaving your fanciful delusions aside, I have something to do real quick during lunch. I'm okay to meet up with you after I'm done, though. Work during lunch? I see. That sounds kind of cool, actually. What could it be? Are you having a banquet with VIP experts? Like a business lunch? Ugh. This is truly sad. But you're right. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What?
What?
Everyone shouts wildly, surprised. Keiichi doesn't own a business.
Casey's CEO of the bank.
Whoa!
Whoa, what the fuck?
We fucking speed ran home, holy.
He performed a backwards long jump home.
we went to
Had
a
to get there in
different
time.
QPU. Anyway,
It's a strict schedule.
it was true. Today I'd be on the job with my family. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party. He called people from work for a party the day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed at their vitality. Adults have it pretty rough. Of course, it would be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It would be really tiring to have to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. But they were my dad's important business connections, so offending them would be bad. Well, with all that said, it was going to get very uncomfortable for me today, starting at lunch. Alright, who wants to be man?
Well, what an intelligent child.
Oishi, get the fuck out of this business event. This is my son, Keiichi. Keiichi, this is Honda-san. He's a publisher. And this person here is Inoue-san, who works as a printer. Say your
And they're all
hello.
named after
Also a
cars.
car.
Hey, hey, hey.
I was about to say.
Oh my god, like,
Hello. My name is Keiichi. I appreciate all you've done for my father.
Hey, do you draw pictures like your father does? I would very much like to see them.
There's only room for one Fat Albert here. My dad had such a brazen occupation, that of an artist. Though I don't really know what kinds of things he creates. Maybe he writes books, like some sort of
Didn't he-
murder mystery, for example.
Didn't he like go to like the cafe in episode 2 for like inspiration? I think we might have a rough idea what he does.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been implied that he is well known in the field of drawing that. Anyway, I don't really care, and don't want to see anyway. Dad's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. I'm not a kid anymore, so I wouldn't care at all if they were pictures of naked ladies or anything.
I wouldn't care at all.
Not,
I just,
well,
it's fine, I guess. I
mean,
say take it or leave it.
it's a living.
He is like he was the original
It was
Giga
food on the
Titty
table.
artist.
Well, to be fair, he probably does draw clothed ladies, just...
Son,
it's
it's like,
the kind
son,
of
we
clothes
bought
is the
this.
key.
We bought
If you
this
study under
miso
your-
through titties.
If you study under your father as an apprentice, you'd be able to become a great artist like him too.
Excuse me, this is just between you and me, but... my dad, is he really that great of an artist? I readied myself, and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for his son to be asking this, but... when I did, he gave me this really strange grin, and tightly clamped down onto my shoulders.
Yes, he is truly a fantastic artist.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear it.
There are no purchase restrictions. He does fan service, and he always answers the letters he gets. He has an inquisitive mind, always on the prowl for what the world needs.
Do you think maybe he invented vor?
Taking off your socks? Absolutely not. And that goes for glasses and school uniforms, too. My Mana-sensei understands these things perfectly. Every event sees him along the wall with a huge lineup.
I'm sorry, but his pictures, they're not ones you hang on the wall?
Not at all. In the beginning, everyone starts in the islands, and then to their corners, and finally climbing up to the corners of the larger map. The final destination is the famous
You're cutting out a lot, by the way.
wall.
I think this voice is
Damn.
killing your noise suppression. Here, try from this
You
one.
too! The final destination is the famous wall! You too! Please become a great artist who can display his works in unison with my Mana-sensei. I'll cheer you on.
It's fine to have a lot of passion for the things you like, but... I didn't get it. But it seemed that the world of art ran pretty deep. It was probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. I decided to leave it at that. Then, I realized my mom was calling for me from the other side of the room.
Keiichi! It's the phone. It's a friend of yours.
A lucky break! Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. I scampered over to the front door and snatched up the receiver my mom had left there.
Keishi's a scamperer confirmed?
Indeed. Alright, it's Cage.
Hello.
Oh, it's
me.
Right, bad. I keep forgetting Wolcroft's not here, I'm sorry.
It's so sad that Wolcroft died.
Hello, me. That's not how you answer the phone, Katie-san. I implore you, learn how to choose your words more properly.
I was of the opinion that the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of talking.
Wow.
Oh, it's Sadako. It's unusual for you to call my house.
This isn't the time for pleasantries, Katie-san. When are you going to be able to come?
Sorry. It looks like this is going a bit long. I can't get them to let me go. I want to be able to do things at the club now, but...
That's not it, Katie-san. It wasn't about the club today. It's a real battle.
Sadako's voice was different from normal. I could feel the urgency in it drifting through the phone. A real battle? That doesn't sound good. What's the situation?
I'll explain the particulars when we meet. Anyway, this is a terrible crisis. At this rate, we're going to lose.
What on earth was going on? Could it have been a fight? I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamizawa was an absolutely terrible idea. Right, got it. I'll come and reinforce you right away. Where are you at?
We're on the Okinomiya Elementary School campus. There are signs at the station, so you should be able to figure it out. Anyways, we're in a huge hurry.
The school campus. The situation could have a lot of people involved. Could it have turned into an all-out brawl? Who is the enemy here, anyway? Oh, I'm on fire! Got it. I'll be there soon. Should I bring a weapon with me? Like a metal baseball bat or something?
When it has Satoshi written on it? You have a metal bat? That would be fantastic. We will wait for you here.
The call cut off abruptly. Wait a second. They're just playing baseball, aren't they?
I needed to hurry!
Take me out to the ball game. Anyway. Oh wait, right, I was doing Fat Albert. Oh hey, Geichi!
The steps of where you voice everyone.
Taguchi-san here was hoping that for his next dojinshi. Now's not the time! Don't we have a bat? A metal bat? If not, then anything long will do. If anything long will do, then my golf clubs are in the storage room.
It didn't have the same kind of impact, but a golf club was a splendid weapon too. He's gonna show up to a baseball game with a golf club, isn't he?
It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so cool.
This is gonna be awesome. It was lighter than a baseball bat, and made it easier for me to use. Thanks, I'm borrowing one. I really need to go see my friends for something. It's urgent. Sorry. What? Keiichi? Wait a minute. I grabbed a golf club, jumped on my bike, and headed straight for town. Wait for me, Sadako. I'll be right there. Just hold out until then. I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary was exactly. Oh hey, look! It's the area from the intro.
Surely he won't find a dead body.
It's Area 51.
No, this isn't Area 51. Okay, anyway. But Sadako's phone call seemed to demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her about how to get there. But if I went to the station, there would be signs. At least I feel like that's what she said. Then I hear the jingling of a bicycle bell from behind me.
Hello there.
I was gonna say, can you do that in like the Obi-Wan Kenobi voice things?
Hello there.
There you go.
Hey, Riku-chan.
Ichi, you came quickly. You put the pedal to the metal.
Damn! This isn't the time to be out of breath. I need to hurry. Sorry. Where's Okinomiya Elementary?
I'll show you the way. Come along with me.
I thought the saying was pedal to the metal. So I think I must be wrong on that.
That's what you said, pedal to the metal.
Metal with a D.
Why would it be that?
No.
No.
Why would it be metal?
It's like talking about
It makes sense
a
to
gas
me.
pedal all the way down to the metal of
Like,
the
where's
base,
the metal
the frame
on a bike?
What do you mean, where's the
frame of
metal on a
car?
bike?
The frame
made
of
out
a
of
car
metal.
is what it's talking about.
What?
On a bike, yeah.
Yeah, it's in reference to cars.
But also
Bronze
bikes are
styrofoam.
made out
It's
of
an
metal.
idiom.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were made out of, like, wood.
Okay, anyway. Riku-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her. Sadako suddenly called me out here, but what on earth is going on anyway?
At first, we had the advantage. However, they called in a helper. It's bad manners.
A helper? What coward? Calling for reinforcements the minute they realize they'd lose.
They're taking everyone out one by one. We can't put a dent in them. They've got a Glock.
Gulp. Sounds like they were pretty strong. Anyway, I'll ask about it later. We don't have time, right? Please hurry.
Leave it to me.
With Rika-chan leading the way, we headed straight for the elementary school grounds. I asked Rika-chan something during that time. It seemed that all the club members besides me were part of this fight. Damn, so what Mion was trying to tell everyone was that this would happen? If I had known that, I would have just ditched my family job. But it was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had a one-sided advantage at the start, but our angry foes had brought in a powerful ally. The club members put up a resistance and went against them by one. But apparently they couldn't stand up to them. Wait, you know what'd be really funny? What if they're like having a baseball game against that school that was mentioned in Chapter 1? I think it was Koshien. I think that would be really fucking funny. Anyway.
It would be amusing.
The combined efforts of the whole club couldn't win? Just what kind of monster is this guy?
He's amazing. This enemy is orthodox.
Catholic?
Orthodox.
What?
So they
He's
weren't
Eastern
using
Orthodox.
thuggish brawling
He's from
tactics.
Europe.
So they weren't using thuggish brawling tactics, but had actually studied karate or something? Is that what she meant?
I need to practice Aikido.
Nietzsche's our last ray of hope now.
Okinomiya Elementary came into view. I could hear many voices raising hell over there. Whoa! Mion! Rena! Sadako! I'll be there soon! I'll crush them all at once!
Good Death Grips lyrics.
There were a lot of bicycles left out in front of the school. I left mine there next to them in the same way. I could tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. Were the two armies in the midst of a huge, no-holds-barred brawl? I took my golf club in hand. Whoosh! I swung it. I felt the sensation of it sticking firmly into my palm. Great! The feedback wasn't bad. I'm gonna go all out with this thing. He's just ready to bash some kids' skulls in. Nothing bad has even happened yet. I dashed at a breakneck speed to the school gates, swinging it around.
Now we get to really imagine what Keiichi looked like back in Chapter 1 doing this sort of thing.
Oh boy. Come with me, Rika-chan. I will show you what the mighty, manly warrior Keiichi Maibara can really do.
Wow! Keiichi, you're so reliable. You're going to rampage with a golf club.
Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. The manly Keiichi Maibara put it behind him and headed for the place where he may die.
But, Keiichi, why did you bring a golf club today?
I had no choice. At first I figured a baseball bat would have been good, but we didn't have one at my house. A golf club was far better than going barehanded, so I brought one.
How very excellent. I'll give you a pat on the head. I can't wait to see your golf club rampage.
Oh no. It's a baseball game for sure. Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me on the head.
Hey, this is no time for jokes.
Huh?
Crack!
Just then, an extremely loud metallic sound rang out, and I heard many people cheering.
Left!
You cut out a lot there, by the way.
God damn it.
We can get to second base. Go.
That's not young.
Center! Calm down! Send it to third!
The center fielder caught the ball, and after a brief pause, sent it flying to third base. If he had pitched it wildly, it might get there. He gave up on second and threw it to third with time to spare. The instructions for the bench, they were solid.
I hope I'm not expected to know how baseball works for this.
I don't think it will be very important. Wait, what?
Oh, Keiichi-kun's here. Satoko-chan, Satoko-chan. Keiichi-kun's here.
You're late. Loafing around is only okay when you do it at the bread shop, where you can buy me.
Whoa!
Ah!
Whoa! Whoa, hello! Okay, so I have heard about this character, just based on their name alone. I can take this if nobody else wants to play.
He's just a relative.
What should I
He's just a
know
relative.
about? What should I know about this character?
Listen, I'll just start off voicing him for now. You'll see soon enough, probably.
He just happens to have the same name. There's no connection beyond
that's
that.
not really the thing I've heard about him. Anyway, this Mayibara-kun kid, will he really be able to save us? We're up against that elite school's ace, left arm Kameda-kun. To be able to beat a Koshien class pitcher, he must be a god. See, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I am such a god gamer. Holy shit.
Number 1 Higurashi super player.
It's okay. I'm sure that Keiichi-kun can turn the tables. He's a really dependable person.
Murmur.
What? He's the pinch hitter we brought in to take out left arm Kameda with his bullet fastball? The one who had one no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualifiers? The undefeated demon pitcher of Ushima? The super high school level pitcher? Or even marked by professional scouts? He's going to win against him?
Okay, that was Danganronpa out when this game came out. Like,
No. Thank God. This was in the peaceful days before it existed.
okay. Was this like already a term then? I didn't know that.
With what already, Karen?
Super high school level.
I assume that's just like, yeah, kind of a Japanese lingo bit.
Anyway.
Oh, sorry. Some greenhorn pitcher like that is no match for Keiichi-san. He'll send his throws all the way to the back screen for an easy victory.
Murmur.
There was a slugger like that in this prefecture?
Oh! Go ahead.
I had no idea.
Alright, another
He must have gone on the radar.
Hey, that scout stood up.
Hey, take a picture!
His full name is Keiichi Mayabara. Look him up in the database and send his history to our office.
Which one is Keiichi Mayabara?
Oh, okay.
Pictures!
A whole lot of sports journalists, led by Sadako, gripped their cameras tightly and searched for the rumored Keiichi Mayabara.
I need pictures of Keiichi Mayabara, man.
As for me, I was
Keiichi,
so
man.
dazed at what was happening. Then I was frozen in place with my golf club up in the air. This is fantastic. This is wonderful.
Keiichi-san, over here.
The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, and just like I had, they turned to stone. In the hands of a gallant pinch hitter, Keiichi Maebara was a golf club. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this. And at this point, neither did I. Cheep, 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 cheep. A cold, greasy sweat dripped from me. The first one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Rena.
Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-kun.
Yeah?
May we ask you a question?
Oh my god. No.
The expressions are perfect for this.
Please. Please don't. Psychic waves of my entreaty flowed out of my face along with my sweat. It somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted, as Moses once parted the sea. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly. If you were playing baseball, then tell me that from the start!
What? Did I not say that? I mean, I told you to come to the campus with a baseball bat. What else could you thought it was? And what manner of thinking caused you to mistakenly bring a golf club here instead?
I think Keiichi-kun must have done it on purpose to lighten our moods and get us pumped. I think.
Rena smiled bitterly and hovered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. I'm begging you.
Squiggly.
That was me pronouncing this wrong.
Keiichi loves golf. Pet.
Rika-chan started patting my head, a broad grin on her face all the while. I pushed her hand away, grabbed her from behind her suspenders, and picked her up like a kitten.
Beep.
Rika-chan! Why didn't you tell me it was a baseball game when we met at the station? I wouldn't have had to suffer such a disgrace.
Meepa.
Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent.
She's glowing.
When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, I couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. Even in these moments, we're not safe from this shit. Oh my god.
From what shit?
Forgive anything she did. Hello,
But
I'm
she's not
sorry.
sorry at all.
I'm sorry.
She's not sorry at all, though.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
Does that look like an apologetic expression to you?
However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing coming. Anyway, this is your punishment. Rena.
Beep.
Rika-chan still plucked up in my hand. I offered her to Rena. That's right. The kittenified Rika-chan sent Rena's voltage into overcharge.
Oh, you should have screenshotted that line. That's awful.
Oh, I'll take her. Rena will take her. So cute.
Pop. Spinny. Rena stuck out her tongue like a chameleon and preyed upon Rika-chan while spinning her around.
What do you mean preyed upon?
Okay,
There it is.
Well, time to screenshot this. She has cat ears too.
Rika-chan.
Where did she...
Rika-chan's so cute. Rika-chan's so cute.
I don't. You need to turn off your noise suppression, dog. I don't know what else to say.
I'll see if I have it on, actually.
Or like turn it to something else at least.
Alright, it's disabled now.
Alright. Rena held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks rubbed together tightly. Rika-chan's face. It looked like it was being crushed by Rena's.
I do not know what has happened, but it looks like Rika has gotten her just desserts.
Yeah. I recently found out that Rika-chan isn't only cute.
Oh, I got Keiichi-kun's permission. I'm gonna take you home.
Beep, beep, beep.
For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout.
You stunned for 3 minutes.
By the way, Sadako, that urgent call was for a baseball game?
Yes, that's correct. You said you had a house party with your family. I suppose I was wrong to ask. But at times of trouble like these, you obviously must prioritize friends over family.
I felt like that's what I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, it was just a business party for my dad, I guess. I honestly felt glad to be called out here. So what's the crisis situation like? 6-7, which means our team is losing, huh? 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th? What the heck? This game is almost about to end!
We would have had a little more time if you'd gotten here sooner. Do you have any idea how difficult it was for us to hold out this for this long?
Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, so, what am I doing? Am I gonna be the pinch hitter? Just leave it to me. I may not look like it, but I went to the batting cages a lot before I moved here.
Oh, they said the baiting cages, and I was wondering what that meant.
I mean, he would have gone to those too, but for a different reason.
He's a master, in fact.
Yeah, he's a
That's where his
master
dad
in the
goes.
baiting cages. My dad went there for fun, and I used to go with him pretty often. I'm pretty confident about him just hitting the bat with the ball, but vroom! A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I'd never heard before. The catcher's mitt trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me that the tremendous sound had come from the ball. Hey, now, wait a second. What's up with that crazy fastball, anyway? Surprised? Yeah, that's a bona fide Koshien level pitcher. Don't you know about left arm Kameda-kun, the high school ace famous in sports magazines? Sorry, can't say I do. Wait, Mion? What happened to you? Mion showed up, and to my surprise, she was wrapped up in bandages.
You can see it on her sprite.
Listen, they didn't have the budget to make a scene.
They didn't have the technology for that. The graphics aren't there yet.
Listen, I think Ryukishi only drew the things that he absolutely needed to. We're lucky to get
Like a
any
gun.
CGs at all. Anyway, Mion showed up, and to my surprise, she was wrapped up in bandages. Just what on earth happened?
Well, you came late, so I guess we need to explain from the beginning.
Oh, Done with Rika-chan?
Yep. I had a lot of fun and she's so cute. She's so soft and fluffy and squishy. How? I could just eat her cheeks 3 meals a day.
Freak radar off the charts right now.
Meep. I can't get married anymore.
What?
No!
Anyway,
peak dialogue.
You couldn't hear it, but I screenshotted that about 30 times. It's going in the thumbnail.
The cringe compilation.
I wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you could eat them 3 times a day. Star!
Peach chase.
It almost flipped my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to it using logic.
Huh?
Delusion destroyed using facts and logic.
The frequency activation switch. I was an adult. No, you're not.
No, you're...
Stop. Okay, explain away. How did things get screwed up enough that a Koshian relief pitcher ended up in a baseball game for fun? Everyone exchanged glances. Then, Rena spoke for all of them.
At first, well, it was just a normal baseball game.
It's nothing much. Just a little grudge match between the Hinamizawa fighters and the Okinomiya Titans. We were just having a grand old time. Really, nothing much.
Well, in simpler terms, it was an intramural match. A match that settled a grudge between Hinamizawa and Okinomiya.
We say grudge, but it's all pretty peaceful and friendly.
So, why is our whole club a part of it? Some of you are wearing uniforms and some aren't. Last I checked, we weren't the school baseball team.
That is, well, it was pretty irresponsible.
They happened to have some players who couldn't make it today. They were pretty down in the dumps, so we ended up getting involved post-haste. We poisoned the players. They killed themselves. I see. So if there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether boy or girl and no matter what grade they were in. They jumbled together feeling was the hallmark of our school. But Rika-chan told me we were crushing them at the beginning.
Mi is an amazing batter. She was hitting home runs left and right.
Mion proudly stuck out her chest. Doing so seemed to hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically.
Old man core. Yes, every time Mion-san went up to bat, she hit a home run and brought everyone on the bases in.
Unlike Satoko, she can actually hit the ball.
Rika.
Beep.
Alright, I think I got the gist of it. So you were having a pretty easy time until that Koshian pitcher showed up. That's right. It was all us at the beginning. Maybe we didn't get all that many points, but we were always getting people on the bases.
And Kameda-kun just happened to show up to watch the game today.
Apparently, Kameda attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently sent people to Koshia. And this man, known as the ace of their baseball team, Kameda, seemed to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it certainly was strange to see cameramen with journalist armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this.
I heard that when Kameda was little, he was on the Okinomiya Titans.
He figured it out, right? His old team was losing, so that's why he jumped in as a relief pitcher and took the mound. Now it's just terrible. We can't even hit any foul balls, much less get anyone on base.
But still, a Koshian pitcher barging in, it's unfair. We're just playing for fun.
All the boys wearing the Hinamizawa fighter's uniform were hanging their heads in disappointment. I knew almost all of their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. We're the only school in Hinamizawa, after all. Oh, it's Kameda-kun and Okamura-kun.
The
You
two
were on the
people he
baseball
knows.
team too?
What voice did I do for him?
Nerd voice, because he's the
My
boss.
boss,
His uniform was brand new and not very dirty. Fresh off the presses. I could see handmade banners with their names written on them in the grandstands. Let's see. Their families came to root for them in their debut game to them today.
Okamura said he just got his bat today as a present from his dad.
The brand new bat sparkled. With that kind of present, a man just has to perform well.
he practiced swinging a whole lot just for today. Tomita-san, well, he went too far and he tore the skin off his hand. See, unfortunately.
His torn hand looked like it hurt, but from that injury, you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You wanted to make your big moment a good one.
He played so hard he ripped the skin.
Oh my, we're not doing this. No. I thought about it, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna say it. And then you just went and ruined it. Okay. We had a good thing going here. The savior of the Okinomiya Titans. We could hear the sounds of this Kameda-kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids. But at his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grass lot game, grudge match, though it may have been. He should have understood how much better he was, too. This guy, was he being serious against opponents like these?
Yep. Rena thinks it's immature.
Rena's eyes grew harsh. It took a lot to get Rena mad. As for Kameda-kun and Okamura-kun, they were sniffling, fighting back tears. When we heard another tremendous noise from the mid, I turned around, and this left-armed Kameda-kun guy was looking at us and grinning boldly. Anyway, that's how it is. Now that it's come to this, we have no choice. We have to engage in real battle. Yeah, looks like we have to get serious.
Gotta beat him with hammers.
We only have golf clubs. Yep. And then we tried getting serious. But then Mi-chan went out with a bang.
Leon, embarrassed, scratched her head, then a moment later doubled over in pain. Went out with a bang? But how on earth did she end up getting injured like this?
It would take a really long time to explain. The one thing I can say is that she came up empty even though she pushed herself that hard.
I risked my life, and I couldn't even get 1 point.
Our secret plan did nothing, and now we're very sad.
I couldn't even imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her that badly hurt. Still, though, we're still playing baseball thanks to you failing, right?
Yep. Maybe Mi-chan's last resort wasn't very baseball-like, I think.
We have no other recourse now, do we? It means that we need to settle the score front and center in a manner befitting of a baseball game.
What the fuck did she do? Huh? Did she, like, try and beat everyone up with a baseball bat? That's right. We have to settle it like baseball. I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack. But as a member of our club, I wasn't about to accept that so easily. Like baseball. I don't know. If you look at it like a baseball game, then we can't be picky, can we?
It is our club's creed, after all.
It's correct. We can't be picky. That's a virtue of our club. Oh ho ho ho.
Rena and Sadako laughed to each other delightfully. It was as if this club wasn't weird at all. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about, but the best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up.
But the cameras are all watching very closely, so it will be hard to cheat.
Rika-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. She was right. With all those cameramen watching us through the cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough. That's right. That's the bottleneck. Everyone's eyes are on us. We can't be too bold. Ow.
I never did think Mi-chan's ways were very ladylike, though.
Sadako and Rika-chan both nodded behind Rena. Then let's get down to business to defeat Koshien.
To get
Our
2
team
runs,
is down
actually.
1 run right now.
Plus, it's the bottom of the 9th, and we already have 2 outs.
If this old man's plan had gone better, we'd have our bases
No,
loaded
please.
about now.
There's no point lamenting a failed plan. Our club never loses heart and always goes on to the next one.
Sadako said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion, whose secret plan had failed. It may have failed, but Sadako seemed to still have another. I don't remember how the next part goes. God damn it. Well, I have to give up now.
Thank
Sadako,
God.
you seem pretty cheerful. Which means you've got something up your sleeve, eh?
Keiichi-kun, who do you think she is? It's Satoko-chan, you know. Satoko Hojo-chan.
That was right. We called her Trap Master Sadako, didn't we? She would ensnare her opponent at the perfect moment, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we can never, ever let our guards down against Sadako. I may have taught her, but she's grown a lot and doesn't seem to want to stop. Sometimes, even I'm astonished at how she overcomes such slim margins.
By the way, me bats next, then Satoko.
We were losing by 1 point, so if we could get the next runner on a base, then the runner after that could hit a big one and end the match. And that final batter was Sadako?
See? You feel like we can win now, right?
I can't imagine what she's got set up, but it's gotta be some kind of trap for sure. If I were the opposing pitcher, I'd definitely walk her. There was no way Sadako was going to hit a home run, even in my dreams. But if she was going to stand in the batter's box without any kind of plan, I can't think of anything else she could do. And the fact that you called me here, I see. I think I know where this is going. It meant that I was a necessary piece of Sadako's trap.
I'm excited. I wonder what Satoko will do.
I can't wait to see Satoko's walk-off home run either.
Kei-chan is indispensable for this. Understand? This is our last chance at creating an upset. We absolutely cannot fail. Right. That much I know for sure. Just watch. Sadako and I will give you all front row seats to the greatest turnaround victory of all time.
And I'll explain your instructions, Casey-san. Lend me your ear for a moment. The voice is becoming hard in my throat.
It's fine, you can just do a normal voice. Sadako and I huddled up in a hidden place, and held a briefing that anyone watching could tell was suspicious.
I wonder what Nabara-san and Hozo are talking about.
It's so hard to understand me when you use that voice. Holy.
I pray
it's not.
Oh god.
Oh, no, go on. You do it.
I pray it's not some crazy trick like the one the president used.
Our teammates, Kameda-kun and Okamura-kun, seemed very nervous. Rena gave them a wide smile, trying to dispel their anxiety.
It'll be okay, everyone. Satoko-chan and Keiichi-kun will be able to pull this off for us.
But Ryuki-san, we're up against a Kosen pizza. I don't know if Satoko's traps will be much good.
Now everyone, be silent and watch. You're gonna get to see an interesting game. Mion, who knew everything about to transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling up within her. Okay, so Mion is a confirmed knower. Yeah, she's read this novel before. She's just like GM. She was so terrifying as an enemy, but so reliable as an ally. Mion waved her hands at the umpire. We've got a pinch hitter. I, Mion Sonozaki, am switching out with Keiichi Maebara. Are you sure he'll be alright? The umpire turned an uneasy gaze on the pinch hitter, who had jumped in with a golf club.
Don't underestimate Keiichi-kun now.
The members of our club were the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. Anyway. I hope you like my acapella cover. Satoko's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point, the fact that I had come late, the fact that Sadako was the last batter. It even felt kind of like this had been set up before the game started. Gee, I sure hope they're not talking about anything else subtly.
It's like they write things before they make them.
Oh god. I'm in so much pain. There had been a long timeout since I got here. And during that time, the opposing pitcher, Kameda-kun, took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. She gave him laxatives. No, this is Sadako we're talking about, so maybe she gave him a laxative somehow, calculated to get him to use the bathroom at this exact moment. And while he was a long way off, shut up in the bathroom, our plan would begin with the cries of the Higurashi. Take a shit, because he's in the bathroom, with the cries of the Oh my god, it all comes back! Guys, it all came back to take a shit!
We've had 2 take-a-shits this episode.
Yeah, but this one is taking place in a bathroom.
Yeah.
What? The other one was also taking place in a bathroom. What are you talking about?
Well, there wasn't the cries of the Higurashi, so it doesn't count. Anyway.
It's really nice of them to establish that bathrooms exist in this universe.
Yeah.
The opposing pitcher, Kameda-kun. There he was. In front of the urinal, pleasantly taking care of business. I like how we have all the creepy noises for this. He thought it was only natural. It was only natural, guys, that he would win a grass thought game like this. And relaxed enough to relieve himself without a care in the world.
Maybe that's how he wanted to appear. However, his relaxed state itself was our chance. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I, too, casually walked into the bathroom. There were 3 urinals. Kameda-kun was doing his business at the farthest one.
I stood next
went
to
to
him.
the one next to him. Normally, you would leave one urinal open. Kameda-kun seemed to notice me. I had stood right next to him, after all. Who wants to be Kameda?
What? Look how it is, the big pitch hitter. Ha ha ha.
He recalled seeing me swing the golf club around like an idiot, and he couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team. So now, all I had to do was push things along exactly how Sadako planned. I am the one who should be laughing.
I wonder if Keiichi-kun can do it.
Think they cross streams?
Yeah,
He'll be fine.
they cross streams to bond as males. Anyway.
When Keiichi-san is serious, he can do this much before breakfast.
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, our underclassmen, asked another question with much trepidation.
The only other 2 people in the class. Is my Barthan really going to be able to beat that Pitha?
You don't feel any confidence in Kei-chan after being in the same class with him?
That's kind of understandable.
Someday, he could be strong enough to control all of humanity. Join Kei-chan, and you could easily rule the world. Wait. The world? Zawado!
Zawado!
Our teammates exchange
Unfunny.
glances. Did Maebara-senpai really have such incredible strength? Wait a second, this isn't him narrating either, is it? Wait, what? This is another
yeah, it is.
non-Keiichi narrator moment? What? Wait, so then that moment where... Wait... How many times has the narrator not been Keiichi this episode? I'm really confused now. Anyway.
This is at least twice.
I think
It
it's
might
been
be
twice.
3, actually. No, but, like, there was a moment that I thought was weird, but I didn't think too much of it. You know where Keiichi was, like, supposedly thinking about having a good time with Sadako? But instead of showing, like, the inside of the kitchen, it showed the outside of his house. And only when he started speaking again did it turn back to, like, the view inside his house. I thought that was a little weird. Anyway, okay, moving on. Just what kind of strength could that be? It's talking to people. I've already figured this out. He's got the charisma stat. He just doesn't have wisdom or int. Well, no, he has int, but no wisdom. Anyway. My question caused Kameda-kun to stare in bewilderment, and for a moment, he didn't know what to say.
Sorry, I don't think you heard. I heard you right. Could you say that again? I don't remember what voice I did for it.
just pick any. Anyway, I smiled thinly, looked straight ahead, and said it once more, clearly. I'll say it one more time. Let us win. Right to the point. No threats or beating around the bush or anything. Kameda's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I'd said, and I could tell he was clearly confused.
What are you, some kind of moron? Let you win? Are you insane?
I've relayed our demands. What's your reply? Yes or no?
Goes without saying. Black hell, I'll let you win. Is your brain broken?
Kameda didn't hide his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who would babble on like this for another second.
Those thoughts spilled into his expression, and he quickly moved to leave the bathroom. Without washing his hands. Gross, dude.
Based.
Kameda-kun, what does victory mean for you?
That's a dumb question. Priceless, absolute supremacy. Nothing else can change it.
He grinned lightly as he answered, as if to make fun of me. How like a sportsman to say that. Victory decides all. No one can change that.
Course not. No matter what kind of threats or bribes you come to me with, there's nothing valuable enough to make me abandon victory.
I was waiting for those words. I, after spinning around 3.5 times, pointed right at Kameda-kun's face. Then don't you think you should ask? Something worth abandoning your precious victory for. What kind of compensation you could be given?
What do you say, stupid? There's nothing that can make me do that.
He was denying it, but he stopped. He stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions. In a magazine interview, you said your favorite foods are grilled meat and that you don't like sweets. But you lied about that, didn't you?
What?
For example, let's say you went to a grilled meat buffet. What exactly would be on your plate? Pork loin, Korean barbecue, a pile of beef tongue? That wouldn't be it. You wouldn't bring meat with you. It would be all the pudding and gelatin and cake you could eat. The kinds a girl would love. Pretty, cute, and sweet. You love Western treats like that, don't you? I hope I'm portraying how unhinged Keiichi sounds right now. Kameda's face turned utterly pale. Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when he went to the grilled meat buffet. And we were already aware of his embarrassment at his weakness for sweets despite his age. Kameda-kun couldn't possibly have known that the particular grilled meat buffet chain in Shishibone was owned by a member of the Sonozaki family. I'll have to be careful when I go out to eat with my parents from now on. Oh, God.
No, I love the hearty bone-in.
No! What you like is gentle, soft, cute piles of desserts topped with colorful creams. It almost makes you think of a girl, adorned in frills and ribbons, pure, ignorant of shame. Cute desserts, like those girls, so clear and clean. And with your acne-laden face, your sports cut, and your lust in full display, you sully them. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch.
What? Shut up.
That's right. You eat desserts, but you don't love them. You just dirty them, violate them, and chew them. All you do is relish in the enjoyment of soiling them.
Yeah. Please, no more. My secret pleasure has been found out.
Why do you sound like a top 10 YouTuber?
I don't know. I can't go on living. I have to die.
You idiot! Don't end your life so easily. Slam! I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. Kameda-kun fell down like a girl. His eyes started watering and he broke down.
I'm probably the only one in the world who thinks those things while eating desserts. I'm nothing but a pervert, pretending to be a proper sportsman.
That's right. You're a pervert.
Yeah.
Pashwee! This time I didn't hit him. Instead, I clapped my hands down onto his shoulders. Do not cry, Kameda.
What's wrong with a man being a pervert? Dun dun! A man ought to be a pervert, but admitting it sets a man apart from those below him. You've been honest to yourself. You can brag about that. You can be arrogant about it. You can be proud of yourself. Instead of blaming him, I told him to have pride in himself. And Kameda-kun couldn't hide his confusion. This is the most insane conversation I think that's happened so far. What is happening right now?
This is a normal Keiichi Tuesday.
Yes! I have been deeply moved by what you've shown me. Desserts are nothing but sweet foods eaten after meals. That's what I thought this whole time, but I was mistaken. And you showed me that. Thanks to you, I can. Starting tomorrow, I will be able to enjoy my desserts in a completely different way. For example, strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake. Gulp. Kameda's throat cried out. The simplicity of strawberry shortcake indeed. It's somehow old-fashioned, like the orthodox maids from the gaudy times of the late 1800s. Not those flirty maids with short skirts we have now. An orthodox, fully dressed, authentic maid. He truly is his father's son. It's just strawberries. But please, master, I cannot prepare any more than this, so please give them a taste. That kind of honesty is unbelievably great. Please give them a taste. It's such a turn-on!
A turn-on?
Because they are only strawberries. The soft, accented cream decoration ends up looking like frills, laces, and embroidery. And she takes it, and she splits it with her fork for her master, an elegant aristocrat. No. It would be wilder if she took it and sucked on it vulgarly, like her bad master in his greasy sweat. No, more than that. Oh. The dent in the strawberry after plucking it. Isn't that even better? And you let your tongue crawl all over it? Ah! What kind of taste must that be? Star.
The dent after you pick a strawberry.
I can't hold it in anymore. I'll go to Angel Mort on the way home and just gaze at that shortcake until I'm sated. The girls dressed up beautifully just for me. I draw ever closer to the trembling maidens, and then, one by one, I show them. For everyone I eat, I hold my jaw tight, just like this, and appraise the goods, wondering who to go for next.
Please translate girls as cake, alright? Star. Keiichi-kun seems to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis mine.
Was that an author's note? What is this?
Yes.
What is this?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is happening?
As if cherishing each one. I hold my jaw tight like this, and go.
The fucking top 10 YouTuber voice contrasting with my insanity is great, by the way. Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake?
No, there has not. There has never been, I say. Such passionate feelings are trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kameda's mind. Kameda, I'll say it one more time. Let us win.
But that would.
Then fine. I won't rely on you. I rejected Kameda outright and turned on my heel. Enough. We've lost this game. It's over. I don't care about it anymore. Instead, once this game is over, why don't I head down to Angel Mort and get all you can eat of those lovely young ladies decorated like Western dolls in frills and ribbons. Yeah. Tonight will be the greatest feast I have ever known.
All you can eat.
Thud. Despite this being the bathroom, Kameda-kun put both his hands on the floor.
He starts licking it. I was wrong.
What's wrong, Kameda-kun? If you have something to say, then say it.
This is the first time I've met someone like you. Till now, I've always thought that something was wrong with me, and I had to have fun secretly.
What are you waiting for, you tiny man? I already said, admitting your perversion is what separates the boys from the men. You are a man entitled to pride. Now, reach out your hand and show me how great you really are.
You know, I'm starting to... So, this is pretty subtle, but GM, I'm starting to think that Ryukishi might have a thing for maids. It's really hard to tell, but I think there's some subtle clues.
Oh, don't worry. It'll only get more difficult to tell over time.
Promising.
Come with me and accept that it is our world. Clap! Kameda-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world has ever known. The handshake from the bond of our souls, ardent and intense, tight and steadfast. For a long time, we remained that way. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly, as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. That was the moment the man who would pass into legend for eating so much during Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert day that he was banned from the restaurant forevermore was born. Okay then. He would eventually write in his autobiography that our meeting this day was fate. But none of that had anything to do with this. I think Keiichi is actually losing it.
I'm sorry, but that was really hilarious. Just like, that's a sudden cutaway to like us into like the far future. It's
I think that's just Keiichi's delusions. I don't think that actually happened.
He'd eventually write about this day in his autobiography.
Let's be honest here, Keiichi's not surviving this chapter. There's not gonna be a story for another day. Anyway, then, until later. For now, just play the game the way I described it. With just that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom. But then Kameda-kun stopped me.
Wait, at least tell me your name.
Who? Me? My name is Keiichi Maibara. No! I kinda didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code name. But you already... Okay. Just call me... K.
K.
Wait, was that actually an embarrassing name? I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. But from what I heard later, I apparently looked quite gallant coming out like that.
Sounds good to Keiichi-san. How did things go?
Keiichi to Sadako. Negotiations successful. We settled on, and he and I getting an all-you-can-eat dessert at Angel Mort. Mia, no problem, right? 2 guests for Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert? Roger that. I'll set it up.
I am actually quite interested in how you negotiate with him.
They had a really fun talk about how delicious dessert is, probably. Probably. How?
Brenna definitely knows. This is so
She's on the same
ridiculous.
frequency right now.
Yeah, she's tuned into the same frequency on her freaky talkie. Anyway.
The freaky talkie.
Anyway, after that happened, the game started again. And now I can stop doing that voice. Thank God. I entered the batter's box as a pinch hitter in place of Mion. But all of the pieces were already in place. Listen. GM, I don't care how cringe it is, I'm going to put my heart and soul into it.
It's impressive. It's impressive work.
Vroom! The straight pitch whipped by me like a bullet. True to its name. I may be cringe, but I am free. The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters.
Top pitch, as always.
Ooh, that was a good reporter voice.
He's really going places this summer, isn't he? That golf club.
I assume
sorry.
it's different people each time, so anyone can take it.
Oh.
Because they're like separate lines, see?
I don't want to steal all the reporter lines then.
That golf club pinch hitter is setting straight up to. Hee
But doesn't Kameda-kun look a little strange? It's like he's got a cold sweat.
I patted my shoulders at the bat, then sneered at him in a relaxed voice. What's wrong, Kameda-kun? Not feeling well today? Oh, he does have a Sprite.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm actually curious. Hold on. We need to see. We must know. Wow!
Nope. It's
Yes.
new.
Okay, what about manga game? Nope. Nope, there's only console. Or maybe it's only manga gamer, actually. Anyway.
Why did he not have a portrait until now?
Well, he's a pretty minor
He's
character.
a minor
I
character.
assume.
Yeah.
I don't
Why would they
think
even
he's
give
gonna-
him one now after like probably half the scene's over?
Because with love, it can be seen. You'll understand when we redo Minako. Anyway, in 2 years.
Yeah, 5 years from now.
I couldn't swing at the ball because I was too busy laughing at it. Was that all you got?
Yeah, you little.
The next pitch, with the same incredible speed as before, it curved sharply and should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Keiichi didn't move at all. He just watched coolly. You don't need any little tricks on a straight pitch, Kameda-kun. Do people fall for those curves a lot? Batters around here, that is? Both the reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. You don't say. Was Ueshima's Kameda, the pitcher who conquered Koshien, losing the mental battle? The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went a little wild. It was a ball. I snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it. What, Kameda-kun? Scared of going right down the middle? Everyone calls you the best. You never walk the batter.
Yeah.
Murmur, murmur, murmur. The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion throughout the reporters. What is he? Who is this Keiichi Maibara? How can he be so relaxed when faced with that supreme fastball?
It was bluffing. I know she can't win. Kameda would never throw balls that an insincere guy like that could hit.
No, I don't think it's a bluff. They say that at a high level, you can see right through others. Kameda is, without a doubt, one of the best, which must mean he can see through to that mysterious man's true value.
A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Keiichi. Huh.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
is this... Could it be...
the idiot pinch hitter who came cheering them on with a golf club was actually a genius? I'm sure baseball has long since lost its charm for him, and now he's trying to switch over to golf.
A genius slugger making a transfer into the golf world.
What a tremendous loss for baseball! Stop the presses! We're changing up our sports columns! Vroom. Ball! No, it's a full count! Murmur, murmur, murmur. The success of production was, of course, all being dramatized by Sadako. The big shots constantly had their eyes on Kameda-kun. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would have to have been fixed. They actually wanted this little play of ours to create a mood where it wouldn't be strange for Kameda-kun to lose, but... Sadako, isn't this going too far?
Oh ho ho! Do your best now, Keiichi-san. Today, this game. Tomorrow, all of baseball.
I don't want any scouts actually coming after me. I'm terrified of what would happen when the jig is up. Wait, I can't be making nervous faces right now. Ball! Base on balls! Have you gotten scared, Kameda-kun? I thought you were better than this. Kameda-kun hung his head in feigned dejection. This is his thoughts, by the way, apparently.
Kei-san, Fuck, I lost the top 10 YouTuber voice. Kei-san, I did this all according to plan, right?
Yeah. Well done, Kameda-kun. Keep going like this for the next batter. Let's wrap things up and then... Star. So he's just using telepathy now? Okay. Cool.
I was doing like whispering.
They're communicating through their eyes.
On the
They
same
have
frequency.
pervert telepathy.
Yeah.
Same frequency.
Indeed.
We'll go. Fuck. We'll go get. We can eat.
Grin. Kameda-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason, there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like our dear journalist friends took it as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strength. As I trotted over to first base, the camera flashes continued almost to the point where they were annoying. When I got to first base, one of the reporters came over for an interview.
Mayabara-kun, do you plan on settling the score with Kameda-kun and Koshien?
Things seemed like they were about to get too big for me. Maybe I should just be honest and confess that I'm not really into baseball. Koshien? I've never been interested in Japanese baseball. Sorry. Whoa! This man, right from the start, he was always aiming for the world! He might become Japan's first ever big leaguer! What? The conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. Oh, I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose for the cameras in desperation. Yes! Kei-chan got on base, just as planned.
Next, Satoko-chan is at bat. What will she do? What will she do?
Alright then. Time to get that walk-off home run and win it all.
Sadako stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter, maybe because they had just seen his battle with me.
Mayabara-kun finally got on base, but now it's all over.
I see. So this is why Kameda-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it. He waited for an easier opponent for the final out.
But to avoid a direct confrontation like that, we cannot make light of him. That's Keiichi Maibara.
That's Oishi.
Oishi-
Alright, come on now, Kameda-san.
We should be like, hey kid, you like baseball?
Baseball, huh?
What a smoke?
You're making fun of me? Who do you think I am, anyway? No. My bar-san was one thing, but you think I'll lose to the likes of you?
Whenever this girl stepped up to bat, she had swung wildly and missed, striking out every time.
Might sound rude, but however much Kameda-san holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run.
I could hear the reporters declaring there was no way a comeback would happen. Wait, what? Sadako. She swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to bat? Vroom! She swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I could hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. It's only natural. Stop saying it's only natural. Please, Ryukishi.
That's the tagline of Chapter 3.
It's been the tagline of the previous 2 chapters too. What do you mean?
No, it's the tagline of the series is Tally Ho.
No, that's Keiichi's catchphrase. The tagline of Chapter 1 was "I'm sorry," of Chapter 2 was "As if," and of Chapter 3 is "It's only natural."
They've literally been saying it's only natural the whole time.
This is literally the first chapter it's ever been said.
No,
Just like "As if" wasn't said until Chapter 2.
No. Oh my god.
You can use lime to dissolve bodies.
Yeah, it's only natural.
Anyway, every single batter has struck out. Even if worse came to worse, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kameda-kun said this.
I can't take it seriously, someone like you. I'll give you a chance. I'll throw the next one slow and underhanded. I'll let you get a hit or two so you can go home and brag to mommy.
Of course, these lines were all part of the plot, too. From out of the corner of his eye, Kameda-kun gives me a look. Was that alright? Yeah. You did great. It looked very natural. It was only natural that it looked natural after all. Kameda, you are a splendid actor.
Do you want?
What?
My lollipop burst. Anyways. No, compared to Keiichi, I'm nothing.
Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters.
But Keiichi, however slowly I pitch, can this girl really hit it?
Don't worry, and throw the ball like you planned. I think I've got a good idea of how this will turn out. Our exchange over, Kameda-kun moved from set position into a pitching stance. Ooh! Gotta take a screenshot of that.
She's smoking weed.
I don't think that's what that is.
Come then. Oh, wrong voice. Come then. Throw your merciful pitch. I'll hit a huge home run off of it.
She had struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kameda-kun's hand comes a slow, lazy pitch, as though they were playing catch. Normal people would probably be able to hit it, but for Sadako, who had been striking out the whole time. Just when people started to think of that way, the members of our club had already realized that Sadako's trap had begun. It was true. Striking out constantly today had been laying the groundwork for this moment. An act. All to make it feel like Kameda-kun was letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Sadako. Crack!
Correct.
Oh my god, look at him in the corner! Whoa!
She got it! Look at it go!
I don't even need to run, do I? Oh ho ho ho.
The super huge home run Sadako hit disappeared over the roof of the school. The reporters lost their words at the sight. Then, roars of applause. Despite this being what we'd anticipated, I can't help but stare in mute amazement at the gorgeous home run. Sadako strutted over to first base.
Come on, what are you doing, Keiichi-san? Second base is that way.
Sadako, you're really good at baseball. Sadako grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Come to think of it, she played baseball a lot with Kameda-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact that they always invited her to play meant that she was by no means bad at it. And you purposely struck out all those times? Since before Kameda-kun even got here? Jeez, you've really got something for every occasion.
I say this all the time, do I not? I only have one trap. When everything is about to come to a conclusion, it's enough that I don't even have to worry. Oh ho ho.
Damn it, that sounded kind of cool. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball. But when Sadako did it, it looked so cool. It's almost as if she was my younger sister. We crossed home plate in order. Me, then Sadako, and then completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings.
MANYYYYYY, that was amazing! Totally cool! I never thought it would happen!
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun praised me. How about that, Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, the only two classmates I know besides the club members? I turned things around just fine.
Rena thinks you were cool too. Good work.
Ha! It was nothing. I briskly clapped my hands against Rena's outstretched palm. Sadako did brilliantly too. She gave us a spectacular ending. An ending, huh?
Who do you think I am? Oh ho 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 ho.
Man, can't underestimate her. Sadako Hojo. Kei-chan was great too, winning Kameda over like that.
He is a magician of words.
You might even
This is
say,
an Umineko reference.
You might even say he's the Witch of Charisma. Rika-chan, I don't think that's a compliment.
But really, only Keiichi-san could have pulled off such a drastic move. I wouldn't have been able to do it myself. I would very much like you to teach me sometime.
If Sadako learned such displays of power, that's terrifying to even imagine. I'd prefer it if you didn't mimic me. After declaring the match over, the umpire came to us. Hell, I never. You actually won. Okay,
Okay,
wait,
did you
real
see
quick.
his sprite in original?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Well,
Whoa! Oh my gosh.
it's even more unclear if it's a man or woman, somehow.
I'm pretty sure it's a guy. I'm pretty sure it's a guy.
I think it's supposed to be a guy, but it looks so like a gal.
What about this one? Anyway.
I think it's pretty clear with manga gamer sprites.
I kind of like how the Hinamizawa is kind of visible on the original sprite, though. Anyway. I'm shocked. We said Sadako could hit it, didn't we? He didn't believe us at all. The umpire scratched his head apologetically and apologized to Sadako, smiling dryly. She said, "I'm sorry," by the way.
Several
And
times,
Keiichi-kun
in
was
fact.
amazing too, wasn't he? Keiichi-kun is actually the most reliable person here.
Well, when I saw him come in with that golf club, I certainly had my doubts, but
That breathtaking battle against Kameda-kun had me on the edge of my seat. Right, that breathtaking farce. I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kameda and I were thinking about our evil, deserve-violating ways. I feel a little violated after that, I'm gonna be real.
Well, you did have to read it.
No, I have to read everything and I have to put my heart and soul into it. I don't care what it says. Excuse me, Coach. You remember your promise, do you not? Yeah. This is... I guess I have no choice.
We did it! We did it! Keiichi-kun, this means we're having a barbecue meetup tomorrow.
Linda clapped her hands, and we all began to dance with joy. Kameda-kun and our other classmates were jumping up and down, too. What's that about? A barbecue meetup? Hey, wait, what on earth are you talking about?
Oh ho ho ho. We made a promise that if we won today's game, he'd treat us to a barbecue party with all kinds of high-class meats. It wasn't looking good for a while when Kameda-kun appeared, but thanks to Keiichi-san, we've won that privilege.
I see. So that's what this was about. It was certainly not a game we could have lost. Because of the meats.
EDA's big wallet will be so sad. So sad.
You're right about that. But I did make a promise. I'm surprised the thing that I've heard about him has not come up yet, by the way. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, GM.
Maybe you just psyoped, you know? Maybe you're just psyoped.
GM,
What's
don't
the
lie,
thing
you know
heard
exactly
about him?
what I'm talking about. You'll see
like
if
a
it
big
comes
spoiler.
up, okay? When we eat,
suspense.
when we eat, we do it without any mercy. We need to feed our growing bodies, after all. Alright, everyone. Tomorrow, we dine like kings. Alright, we're pupils in 3, 2, 1. Yeah! All the members of the Hinamizawa fighters raised their fists high in the air and cheered. Rika-chan was petting the head of the umpire, who was smiling painfully at the off-kilter remarks. He gave her his head and looked like he was about to cry. Just like the Higurashi. It looked like the price
Is that a
of victory
reference?
would be pretty big, yes. You beat me, but I have no choice since I promised. Guess I should go shopping for some meat. Maybe some canned human flesh will do. Coach, get some grade A beef like you promised. We won't forgive you if you buy nothing but vegetables to keep it cheap. Woohoo! The umpire, who they were calling Coach, grinned dryly, crestfallen.
Like pretty
Umpire?
crestfallen.
Coach? The uniform he was wearing had Hinamizawa Fighters written on it. Oh, so he's not just the umpire. He was actually our team's coach. MANYYYYYY, is that alright? Can I call you that? Huh? Yeah. This comeback wouldn't have happened if it were not for you getting on base. Please, come to tomorrow's barbecue. No, besides that, would you please consider joining the team? If you were with us, we could dominate the whole prefecture. I'm trying to figure out a voice for this guy.
Coach, let's leave that aside for now.
You should be more worried about your wallet. Oh ho ho ho. I'll steal it.
Despite the coach being an adult, everyone seemed to get along very well with him. Coach,
Romanian Satoko?
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Irie, coach of the Hinamizawa Fighters. He extended his hand to me. I firmly grasped it with my own reply. I'm Maibara. Nice to meet you. Then, the coach took his other hand and began to stroke mine softly. what smooth hands you have.
Yoshikage Kira?
Such a narrow grain, and you truly take good care of them. Ah, silky smooth. Okay, there it is. There we go. Uh-huh? Hey, wait! I must strictly instruct our maids to take good care of our... I must strictly instruct our maids to take this good care of their skin as well. And punish the bad ones who don't. Star. Okay, there we go. There it is. Now it's starting to happen. Maids?
What a freak.
What are you talking about?
I've never been any of those
Such
before.
velvety hands. I just want to put them to work. Star. The coach's eyes were spellbound, and his delusions floated through his very own original magical universe. He made a supremely satisfied smile. How do I put this? Who the hell is this guy? He looks so flustered.
Our coach is a little strange. But he's really funny, you know? You know?
I felt like you couldn't measure him by saying strange or funny. I really didn't think we'd get along. Snap. The other self in my... We're back to this again? No! Please! No more other self! Stop! Anyway, the other self in my mind made a witty retort for some reason.
Come on, settle down already. You're making Katie sound uncomfortable.
Ha! Silky smooth. The coach didn't try to take his hands off mine until Sadako hit him with a threefold watch bucket attack, causing him to faint. So yeah, I'll keep voicing that character if nobody else wants to, but you can kind of see what I mean now.
Call him Mr. Hands.
It's not exactly hands that's the problem specifically. New Horizons, discovered something new about yourself. Okay, how much time do we have left? We could probably do the tip, right?
Yeah, we can do the tip, and this is a good stopping point aside from that.
Sadako's trap course advanced, and we got casual clothes for Irie, apparently. It was a peaceful lunch break. Thud, clatter, splash. What? What was that?
I just heard something really loud from the hallway. What was it? What was it?
We rushed into the hallway, and to our surprise, Coach was there with a water bucket overturned on his head. Oh, I thought it said wash bucket for a second. I thought I misread it. Anyway. Coach, are you okay? Man, you sure got me. Hello, everyone. Coach greets us, cool and calm. What's going on, Coach? You don't come to school very much. Well, I do come here once a week as part of my job. It had been quiet here for a while, but I totally let my guard down. Wait, real quick, I just wanna see what his casual clothes look like. Wow, that is like blindingly
Aviators. Aviator shades.
Sadako-chan's little tricks always come when you least expect them. Will you be okay in those clothes?
Uh-huh, I'm fine. I was just thinking of taking a nice bath, so this is actually cooling me off. You sure are calm, Coach. In fact, you never get mad. It really makes you come off as an adult. She was right. If I were Coach, I would have started running around with a bucket still on my head looking for her. His adult way of not getting mad at every little child's prank was admirable. Listen, Mayabara-san. With things like this, changing your perspective just a little can make it either irritating or pleasant. It's all about how you react to it. If there's some secret trick to staying so calm after getting hit in the head with a bucket filled with water, then I'm begging you, please tell me. For example, let's say there was this old and traditional family dating back to the Meiji era. Okay. And let's say they had many maids under their employ. Being a large house, of course, they have all kinds of maids, from the veteran ones who turn mean and don't want to give up their jobs, to the young ones full of energy. See? Can you imagine that? Yes.
Is Baneland really dead?
Yes. A space filled with dreamy maids in pink and peach adorned with frills and headbands with Coach at their center began to spread out before me. Do you guys think Ryukishi has a type? I'm not quite sure.
No, not at all.
The newer
Couldn't
maids, with all their youthful vitality, giving everything they have to please their master, but the older maids won't allow that to happen. They find fault with everything they do, bullying them and tormenting them all day long. Look, there's still so much dust here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do it over. Splash. A bucket falls upside down on the maid. She's soaking wet, and she wants to cry, but still puts on a brave face. Maids. Music note, music note, music note.
I don't get it, but it sounds fun. Maybe Rena should be a maid too.
Ah, jeez, stop. You've even infected Rena. And you, Kei-chan. Don't go getting lost forever in Coach's world.
Not for this character trait. Coach would be a good person, too.
When Sadako Hojo-san sighted. I say, Sadako-san, what is this? I say, look at all this dust. I say, it's time for you to be punished.
What? Yeah.
Coach plucked Sadako up and started giving her a spanking. Ah, there we go. There it is.
Sadako-chan, you're so cute.
Sadako can put traps together with such brilliant predictions. It's so strange how she can't predict the very end, though.
Is it? I think Sadako-chan wanted this to happen. He wanted it.
Yeah, I mean, look what she's wearing.
I hate that line.
Sadako wanted this outcome? What do you mean by that? I mean, maybe it's innocent. Maybe. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt here.
When she plays pranks on people like this, they always get mad and chase her around. Don't you think it's like a form of communication?
Sounds like a terrible way to communicate. Don't people normally say hello to each other?
Oh, Keiji-kun, haven't you heard it before? Haven't you heard it of before?
I'm pretty sure it's of it before, but...
Haven't you heard it of before? People who play lots of pranks are actually lonely and want people to pay attention to them.
Rena gave me a cool smile, and laughing abruptly, explained.
That's what I mean. If Sadako-chan plays a trick on someone, she wants them to get mad or laugh and chase her. It's kind of like a kitty biting you softly. Don't you think it's cute?
They'll definitely be surprised right here and jump backwards. So if I put it in this spot, it will work for certain.
Sadako, regaling us with her trap philosophy, was improving the already brutal trap hell on the mountain. If Rena was right, and her traps are to get people to pay attention to her, then all of these traps on this mountain were basically a crystallized form of those feelings. Alone with Rika-chan, setting up trap after trap in the mountains. always waiting for someone to fall into them. But nobody needed to come to this mountain in the first place. Without a doubt, she and Rika-chan had spent a lot of time imagining how victims caught in their traps would react. Sadako, separated for so long from her beloved Nini, Satoshi. With her stubbornness, she never once said that she wanted him to come home. But all the traps sleeping on the mountain told me how Sadako really felt.
Eiichi-san, are you listening?
Oh, sorry about that. What did you say?
All you have to do is pound one nail into the tree trunk like this, and it's already a great trap. If you trip up right there and smack your forehead into it, it would really hurt.
A human hammer pushing a nail into your forehead? Yeah, that sounds painful. I can't wait for that to spring on Keiichi later this episode. That's gonna be fun.
If it was someone really, really evil, this trap could put them to death. I do so look forward to seeing what sort of villain gets caught by it.
Why do you keep glancing at me like that? Are you saying you want me to fall for it? I could get really badly hurt, you know. Maybe you shouldn't be using this trap.
Is that so? Well, it is true. It is true that I can't use traps without love behind them. Then I'll just move the nail here so that if the villain really reforms their behavior, they won't get caught by it.
Sadako immersed herself in adjusting the nail's position. Traps of love, huh? Maybe Coach was right. Just by reacting a little differently, everything changes. Come to think of it, maybe you can feel humor and warmth even when Sadako's traps get you.
All finished. Now it's absolutely perfect where it is. What do you think, Keiichi-san?
Yeah. It's perfect. I hope a villain comes along and gets caught by this trap.
Oh ho ho. No. Of course it would be better if that didn't happen.
It looked a little painful, but I considered coming here sometime and getting caught in it. Alright. That's all for now, I suppose. GG, gamers.
You beat baseball, we did it.
We did it!
We won baseball.
So a lot.
Most important game.
So, that was a chapter.
Yeah.
Sure was one of them.
A lot of maids and shitting.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure what Ryukishi's type is yet. Do you guys have any ideas?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway. Goodbye, YouTube.